since I blew, they all on my. Hey, back then, didn't know I exist. Don't touch my cup, you know how I sip. Hey, got your long. I made her when I showed out my whip. Hey, spent my 10 on my 50. Ex-slick, then hit with the. Back then, you out the zip. Blow out his back, then dip. Got a whole party all on the ship. All these 4 things, pull out the VIP. Suck, turn up, baby, pour out the milk. So you know how I drip.
Coach, as you know, being over in Orlando, still a bit warm here in Florida, but really all things considered, a wonderful fall afternoon for football here in Tampa at Raymond James Stadium. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Carolina Panthers and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Both of these teams about to reach the halfway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
The Bucs take over first and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
Ready, blue ready. Hey, we got Mike, number 53. Mike, Sonny. Curry. 53's the Mike. 53, check 53. Let's go.
Winston now to throw on first down. Got a man. It's Brashad Perriman. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
So just play number 3 here on the opening drive, and it's an early 3rd and 1.
Watch the curl. Check nickel, nickel, nickel. Let's go, let's convert, let's convert, let's convert. Sonny, under 10, 10. No, off. Screen, triple thing. Let's go.
They'll try and run for it with Jones. And he's able to get it to the 31, and that's enough for the first. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving. Well, he didn't get it by much, but bottom line got the first down. Avoiding that 3 and out, how vital is that on the first drive?
To me, it's like the first round of a boxing match. You know, it may not mean much right then and there, but you'd rather not lose it, right? So you want to go ahead and get it, kind of establish something early, and hope it can carry through.
That last catch short the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Winston now finding Godwin, complete. It's a gain of 11, and the Bucs have a first down.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down, because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. Jameis now on first down. This into the hands of his running back, Ronald Jones. Call it a pickup of 7, and that'll make this a 2nd down. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 23.
Okay, I'm not so great at math, but I just looked over at our statistician, Marvin, and he signaled to me 5 for 5 to get things started here in this opening drive. Where I come from, that's pretty good.
That is pretty good. Now, what do you do defensively to adjust?
Well, this is where you got to make a decision as a defensive coordinator. Do you really get after the quarterback, or maybe you tighten down on the receivers, bump them off of their routes, chip away at their timing so things aren't as precise as they've been so far in this game?
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
I'm coming.
Winston, a handoff. This is Jones. And he'll take this one down near the 15. Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 2. Now, whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. This will be play number 9 coming up on this relatively long opening drive as they look to convert on 3rd down. From the shotgun, it's Winston. Godwin's got it. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Chris Godwin, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Bucs take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
First and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
He goes, Jet! Delaney! Let him know, let him know. Let him know, let him know.
There to stop. It was Carlton Davis.
He was brought down by Carlton Davis. A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 27-yard line.
Ready! Blue 60! Hey, here I come! Here I come! Here I come! Here I come!
On 2nd and 9. Stafford, they'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be 3rd and 10 now.
Blue 60!
Now the Buccaneers go ahead and take another timeout. And that's their 2nd charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to 1 remaining. They wound up getting nothing out of that 2nd down completion, so now here's 3rd and 10. Stafford. That'll be caught by his tight end, Ian Thomas. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give him 15 there, and the Panthers have a 1st down.
Set, 180!
Coming this way, here we go.
First carry for the former Florida Gator, Jordan Scarlett. Malik Jefferson in there on the stop.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
They'll run it with Scarlett. And no room to maneuver there. Give him a yard up to the 47. They follow up the gain of 5 by only getting 1 there on 2nd down. Now Stafford. Well, the two men come together, and it's incomplete. Excellent work defensively, brings up 4th down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And certainly they'll be hoping to hit pay dirt like they did on the last drive. Got the football back, so a chance to go up 2 scores.
And they haven't been tentative at all in this ball game, because sometimes you start a game with your script to try and get information out of the opposing defense. How will they play you in certain situations? Sometimes you script to attack, and that's what I'm seeing so far.
Brings up 2nd and 11.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Winston to throw it this time. He's got this one complete to Perriman. Whoa, shifty. Whoa. And he's finally taken down, and it's a big gain there on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. Winston, the offense, with a 1st and 10. And he's 8 for 8 now, throwing the ball to start the game.
Check 26, check 26. Sonic. Flip, flip, flip. Check 24.
Out of the shotgun, it's Jones. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
On 2nd and 9, Winston looking for Perriman there. He's got him. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go, because he might wander into some tough coverage.
The Panthers turn to their nickel set here as they get ready for 3rd down.
53, check 53.
Working out of the gun, Winston. He's got Evans. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 39.
When you're a player of his stature, you don't just circle the games on your team's calendar. You circle the Pro Bowl. Without a doubt. That's a game that you just figure you're going to be in each and every year. That's because of catches like that. That's why he goes.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. On 2nd down and 4, Winston. That's caught by Howard. That's good for 28 yards.
It's a gain of 28 yards. That's another Buccaneers first down.
From the gun, Winston. Godwin's got it. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Chris Godwin with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half as the Buccaneers tack on to their lead. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that'll make the score 14-0. After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. So the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. A shotgun snap for Stafford. He gets it to Thomas. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up third down.
Well, they were unable to make anything really big out of that, but it's not a bad idea to find your tight end and give him an easy completion and keep moving things forward. Almost his bread and butter. It's a good running back dive play.
Coming to you.
The Bucs forced to use their third and final timeout. And with that, they're now out of timeouts. There's still plenty of time remaining here in this second quarter. They had the catch on second down, but it didn't help at all. And now they're looking at third down here. From the gun, here's Stafford. This one complete to Curtis Samuel. And he's going to come up a bit short. He needed to get to the 35 for the first, but he only makes it to the 34. On fourth down, they'll try and run for it. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert. Back to throw, Stafford. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete.
And that's why defenders are often frustrated offensive guys. Actually made the catch, looked good doing it, but couldn't get his feet down in order to finish off the takeaway.
On the draw, it's Scarlett. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 13 yards, first down, Panthers. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. They'll fake the give. Now Stafford. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Read it well, and it's picked. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll send you cross-state to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have all the stats and all the scores from games going on during another busy Sunday in the National Football League. Jameis to throw it. He finds his target. It's Evans. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. Give him 30 yards there. Well, that certainly changes things.
Yeah, I think the thought process is they take this lead into the locker room, run something simple here and run the clock out. Instead, they get the big play. Now they have a chance to increase what they've done in the first half.
They go play action here on first down. Oh, he's thinking end zone for Evans. And oh, it'll be intercepted. Able to get there and pick it.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Operating from the gun, Stafford. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. It's Devin White, the linebacker. That's now his second interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down. To throw, Winston. And this is caught by Evans. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That's now a pair of explosive plays in succession, both north of 20 yards.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 18-yard line.
Ready. Blue way. Green, triple team. Hey, here we go. Watch the pass. Watch the pass. Switch.
Wait.
53's mine. Check.
Hey.
53's mine.
5 on the 50. 5 on the 50. 5 on the 50. 5.
Again, it's Winston. And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining.
Throwaway and incomplete. Brings up third down and...
So on third down, the field goal unit will come out as they'll try to get 3 before half. From the right hash, it's a 35-yard attempt. And Gay knocks this one through. And the lead will grow. It's now 17-0. So a capper there to a pretty good first half.
And I love the way that they put a chokehold on the clock and pretty much drained everything before they put the field goal on the board as they headed into the half.
After the made field goal, Gay back out there to kick it off. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will, and I think a lot of people are thinking to themselves, all right, take the knee, get out of here, regroup. But how will the head coach and his staff approach halftime? Will it be angry? Will it be clinical? Will they be calm? Will they just let it all out? Who knows? I'd love to be a fly on the wall for this one, though.
Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them. That one, a first down pickup of 8. This is Scarlett on the carry. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. It's a Panthers first down, 17 yards on the play. So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 46. Now Scarlett. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
Middle. Hey. Double right.
On 2nd and 9. Stafford. Eluding the pressure right. And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down. Matt Judon in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. From the gun, Stafford. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off near the 44. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line.
Well, this is a defense that can confuse even the best of quarterbacks with their zone schemes. And here you've got a linebacker that's going to stay at home and just sit down in that zone. And this one basically comes right to him.
To throw is Winston. That's complete to his tight end, Sprinkle. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
They'll try the right side with Jones. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And just like that, it's third down.
Check 53. Crunch time, defense.
Winston. He'll let this go for the end zone. And Evans hauls it in. Touchdown, Bucs. Mike Evans with touchdown number 8 on the year as the Buccaneers tack on to their lead. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And the lead is now 24. Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in the expected passing situation.
And Thomas has it.
Obviously, this has not been a banner game throwing the football. So what you got to do, you got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end, take some easier completions.
Yeah, interception last drive. There he hits the reliable target.
Set 250. I don't even
know why this team showed up.
Let's go.
Now a give here to Scarlett. Oh, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
You don't want none, baby. You don't want none. Hey, you don't want to see that.
Throwing on second down. Stafford nowhere to escape, and he goes down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Here's Stafford. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Devin White providing a little deja vu. Back-to-back sacks, and now they're staring at a 4th and long. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And the punt goes out of bounds. Where will they put it? They'll put it just inside the 45-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the third quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
Back now in Tampa. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. They'll go again to Jones. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a third down. Charles, you'd said the magic number was probably right around 20 for this defense because they're facing one of the top 5 offenses in the league in terms of points scored. They've had their moments, but this offense just a little too good, isn't it?
They really are, because no matter what you do to make an adjustment on defense, they've got an answer for it.
The 20. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Ronald Jones His 14th touchdown now on the year as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Extra point by Gay is up and good, and that will extend this big lead. After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And okay, all right, I'm being facetious here, but you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Throwing is Stafford. Open man is Samuel, complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a Panthers first down, 17 yards on the play. Stafford now, 5 straight completions here in this second half, 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. The Panthers have the first. It's a gain of 12.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
On 1st and 10, Stafford. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. To throw again, Stafford. That's going to be caught by Samuel. Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. 11 yards and a Panther first down.
Timing is everything, and they work on this cut all the time. They work on all the timing patterns, and this time it paid off for them. Worked him to the center of the field, cut it to the outside, ball's delivered. It's both feet down for the completion.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 11 yards and a Panther first down. Now a first down throw. Stafford. Thomas has got it. Complete. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. A gain of 6 there on first. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. The intended receiver there, Ian Thomas, and it's 3rd and 4. Out of the gun, Stafford. And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28. Shaquille Barrett, what a season he continues to have. His 15th sack of the campaign. And his kick is absolutely perfect. And the drive will wind up yielding 3. Well, it's a Pyrrhic victory at best, but, Charles, no team wants to get shut out, so it's hard to blame them for taking the 3 there.
You can't blame them one bit. It hasn't been the best performance, that's for darn sure. But there is something to be said for fighting to avoid the goose egg, and they're at least trying to finish out strong.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, Just don't really do that in the NFL. These guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game, and that's always puzzled me a little bit.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. This is Jones. And Jones is not going to have the first down as they stop him short. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on third. This offense has had a lot to like in this game. I don't know that last play, though, is going to make the highlight reel.
It's not going to make the highlight reel, but it will be the focus of the film session that the team has to sit through. I've sat through those before. Never any fun. You're always excited about your good plays, and they actually fast forward through those. All right, that was good. All right, great. They get to the bad ones and really illuminate them. Not cool.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Operating from the gun. Stafford. Over the middle, open is Thomas. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Stafford. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. T.J. Green with a pick. He couldn't get the hook up there that time with Thomas. And that one, Charles, is just going to about wrap up what was no doubt a dominating defensive performance.
Yeah, I don't care what team it is. I don't care who you play, whether they're strong offensively or not. Just giving up 3 points in the NFL, that's absolutely a dominant performance and one that they can build on.
He's going to take a shot. And this is going to be intercepted. It's the Pro Bowler Luke Kuechly that picks it. Now they get a 4th quarter pick. A little something to hang their hat on, I guess.
Okay, so let's face it, though. Who's happy about this play? Fantasy guys, right?
Yeah.
The analytics will tell you one thing or another. Has a bad play on one hand, a good play on the other, but it's all about the fantasy points here.
Yeah, because this ball game is over. And now here is another interception. T.J. Green with a pick. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line.
So many times we end a game, and as we're recapping it, we're talking about what offenses did and how they won the game. Let's flip this one over. The defense, they frustrated the offense the entire ball game. That's why they're walking out of here with a victory.
And they're going to love to walk out of here with that as their final act, that interception. Good way for them to end it. They're throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. He was looking for Brashad Perriman, and that'll bring up 2nd down. They're looking to throw this. Winston. He's got this one complete to Perriman. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A gain there of 30 big ones. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Now Winston. Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36.
Exactly what they were looking for. They've been giving up yardage. They've been letting them drive right downfield, but they got a sack right there. How about that for a little bit of revenge?
So time has run out on what will be a Tampa Bay victory. And it was their defense that led the way, allowing just 3 points, that lone field goal in the entire second half.
And remember the old adage, offense sells tickets. Defense does what?
Wins championships.
And in this game, maybe a championship wasn't won, but a game was by the defense, right? Held them to just a field goal. That's a heck of a job. I mean, when they went out there with that determination and a pretty good game plan, pretty good idea of what they wanted to accomplish, just love the execution, love the tenacity, love the way they finished.
So for Tampa Bay, they remain one of the hottest teams out there as the win moves them to 6-1. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Dallas Cowboys. Meanwhile, for the Panthers, they fall 2 games under 500 now at 3-5. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.